welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Mantuary podcast. I am your host, Marine X. I have with me my co-host.
Danny Lene.
I appreciate y'all once again kicking the door in, chilling with us in the sanctuary for which we call the Man Cave, which equals the Mantuary podcast. So excited to be with you guys today. All sorts of stuff just kind of going on, all sorts of stuff going on in the world, and a few interesting things to talk about. But I guess before we even kick into that, like, how was your weekend? Of course, we spent it together, but like, how are you feeling overall? Like, how are you feeling about the world and your place, and how you feeling?
What do you mean how am I can't even get to how I'm feeling about the world and my place when everybody in the house was sick.
Okay, right,
Once again,
right. A little sick for everybody.
everybody,
I
even the
mean,
baby, even the little one.
the 4 month old sick as well.
I felt bad.
Like it's so crazy how quickly these little kiddos will spread the germ city all over the place easily. I think I'm just kind of hoping that I don't get it as well. I feel like I'm the only one in the house that don't have it.
Yeah, well, last time I was the only one that didn't get it.
Okay,
So, well,
congratulations.
me and Tegan.
But now we're kind of in that. I don't want to jinx that shit. Knock on wood. I really do not want to jinx it. I would like to be to the fact that I could just,
I don't want you to get it either. You turn into a whole baby.
Are y'all like? Do y'all get
A
sick a
straight
lot during the
baby.
fall? Is it something that happens to y'all as well? We're not even officially in fall yet, right?
Well, September it changes to fall.
I'm not gonna let you just slide and say I get sick a lot.
Yep. I didn't say you get sick a lot. I said when you get sick, you act like a straight baby.
A straight baby. I
A
don't.
straight baby.
I'm starting to think that she's just making this up, y'all. But
Okay.
I'm just saying. Everybody got
Okay.
their opinion,
I'm
right?
the one who lives with you,
This is
sir.
true. This is
I
true.
live with you.
Hey
Turn into a
guys, man.
straight baby.
First off, man, thank y'all for stopping by for another one. Today is September 18th. Happy birthday to the United States Air Force, born 1947 as an offshoot of the Army. So the Air Force used to be a part of the Army.
Hmm.
It was the Army Air Corps or whatever they called it, and it branched off and it became the Air Force. And behind the Marines hymn, the Air Force has the best song. Like I love it. I can
Oh,
sing the whole thing.
let's not and say we did.
Off we go
Okay.
into the wild blue yonder,
We're gonna do it.
flying high. No, okay. I'm just saying, happy
Okay.
birthday to the
Let
United
me
States
know.
Air Force, man. We appreciate y'all protecting our skies. While the Marines are first one to the fight, the Army holds it down. The Navy is protecting the seas. And now the Space Force is protecting lower intergalactic space, the beginning of space.
The space.
Space Force. They're the youngest
Okay.
ones.
All
Innocent
right.
little babies.
Look, I saw that Netflix show.
Uh huh.
I loved it.
Hold on. It's a Netflix show about the Space Force?
Yes.
Really?
It's Steve Carell.
Oh, wait. It's a spoof.
Yes.
So it's not the real thing.
No, it's not the real thing, but it's funny. It's
Okay.
hilarious. I love it.
See, I didn't know that. See, I need to watch it because what did it come out before the Space Force was real, or did they make the fun of it beforehand?
I can't remember. It has 2 seasons, and I think it just came out like 2 years ago.
Gotcha. Well, guys, first off, let's talk about what I'm smoking today. We're gonna have I've already sparked it up. This is the. Can you pronounce this? Is it Agranosa? Is that how you pronounce that? The Agranosa?
Agana Rosa?
Aganarosa. This is from Supreme Leaf. This is so far. This is a nice burner, man. 6x50. This is from Provada Cigar Club. And the biggest thing here is the tasting notes that they say. I don't know if I have them yet because this is the first time I'm going to have this thing. Tasting notes they have on this is a blend of rawhide and canned peaches. I do taste peaches. I don't know about rawhide. I would have to really correlate that. Warm white bread and a faint hit of canned peaches as well. So they're really heavy on the peach flavoring. I decided to pair this with, because it does have like a graham cracker taste, pair this with a Pikesville straight rye whiskey. And this is a 110 proof rye whiskey. You guys know normally I'm a bourbon guy, but I really mess with this stuff. It's a smooth drinker. It will put some hair on your chest. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you definitely got to be cautious of. What do you sip? Are you sipping on some more rum tonight, or
I am
what's going
sipping
on with the
on.
rum?
I am. You know, I'm a rum drinker, so that's my go-to. I'm
Right.
always gonna get me a little glass, a little bottle of rum, and I'll be fine in a corner somewhere.
See, that's the thing. Like, I need to try more rum. I want to be in a corner somewhere. Rum put you in the corner,
Well, if I'm just chilling,
right?
if it's just a chill night,
Right.
and then if I need to, drink a little bit more. Now, if you really want me to turn up, just give me a little tequila.
Okay, see, tequila does something. See, tequila is one of those things where just enough, and I'm like ready to party. I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying, ready to go 20 toes. But
Look,
too many of them, I'm ready to go to sleep.
I call it tequila because
Literally that damn tequila.
I
I don't
call
know,
it
man.
tequila.
I don't
There are
know,
things
man.
that happen.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
I
bro,
just
come on
listen.
now,
I'm a
dog.
big fan of
Come
tequila.
on,
First, can we get you
man.
to switch? You want to switch to tequila real quick? I'll go run and get
No,
you some tequila.
I don't.
Okay, I'm just
I'm
saying.
okay.
Listen, guys, smoke them if you got them. Enjoy yourselves as well. I guess that kind of brings me to some ridiculous things. The first thing is the Grail EDC Not for me. This is I saw this and I guessed it. Microtech is just released this. I'm already not the biggest fan of out the front knives, of OTF knives. They already seem like very useless. They seem like they're very easy to break. And then I see some shit like this. Microtech Makora. This is a double action auto out the front knife with a carbon fiber inlay, aluminum scales. This is a goddamn panty dropper. So they think $613.
That's a lot of money.
$613. That's too goddamn high.
Is it?
I mean, first off, the brand is Microtech. So they're already over there trying to, you know what I'm saying, lay their scrotum on people.
Okay.
Okay, so they're already trying to do stuff like
What?
that. But I'm just saying, like, overall, okay,
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
if I asked you to buy me this $600 knife, what would be that first thing that you think of? Like, why this? What would you be thinking? This thing here.
What do I get in return?
I mean, I'm just saying, you never know what might happen. Okay,
I'm just saying.
that's a good answer.
That is what I would say. What do I get in return?
What is the literal, like, what is in it for she says?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I guess for me personally, I don't know, man. I own one out the front. I think I spent, and it was years ago, I think I spent like $75 on it. It's just so many things when it comes to these out the front knives that I'm not a fan of. Like, are they legal? That's not legal in California. It's legal in Texas. Care whatever the fuck you want in Texas.
Okay.
Shit's not legal all over the place.
No, Texas, we don't care.
They don't care. You can care whatever you want, right?
Our life.
You know what I'm saying? The blade gets stuck when it goes in and out. Sometimes it gets stuck out.
Oh, that's not good. That's
So-
not safe.
Or it won't go back in, or vice versa. It won't come out. So some more
Won't come
parts to
out.
these damn. I'm just saying it won't freaking poke out. I'm just saying, Boosie, it won't even come
Hey,
out.
bro, come on now, dog.
So we got that going on.
Come
It's just
on,
so
man.
much.
You got to come out eventually.
I mean, you know, and then the maintenance is a whole headache. If I took this apart, if I came out here and said, babe, I need to just take care of this knife, I'll be gone for like 2 hours.
That's you're like out here for 2 hours anyway.
I mean, but not on
I
a
wouldn't
regular
know a
goddamn
difference.
knife.
I
Ain't no
wouldn't know
way,
the
man. No. Mm-mm. No, ain't no way. Listen, that is the Grail EDC Not for me. Too goddamn high.
Okay.
Too goddamn high. Now, listen, the first topic I kind of wanted to bring us into is, did you hear about what Tyler Perry said recently about black women in general? But you can kind of even expand that to women. But specifically, he's talking black women and two things that he thinks. Have you heard
Okay.
about that?
Yes and no.
I really want to know what you think. Because I'll sum it up for those that have not heard. So
Let's sum it up.
Tyler Perry thinks, you know, he basically has said that he thinks that two things. Black women should be they should be okay with bill splitting. You know, not bill splitting at dinner, but like splitting the bills at the house.
Ooh, okay.
And they should also prioritize love. And what a lot of people meant by prioritizing love is they should settle. Like, if you're a 6-figure woman, it should be okay that you get with a man who flips burgers, because maybe he treats you real good.
Okay.
Maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe he can take you out every now and again. He takes care of stuff. I mean, like, do you not? It says a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot of money for the most part than black men. He continued to say, if you can find love and that man works at whatever job and he's a good man, and he's good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because if his gift not be your gift, that is okay. That's not somebody that's beneath you. That's somebody who came to love you at your worth. Do you agree that if you're a 6-figure woman, you should just, you know what I'm saying?
Do I agree?
Yeah.
If I'm a 6-figure woman, I should settle
Yeah. I mean,
for
you know what I'm saying?
something less than what I want.
Okay, imagine it's me, Marine X,
Uh-huh.
right? I work at Club McDonald's.
Okay.
Club Walmart. Let's do Club Walmart. I aspire to be promoted one day. I want to be
Okay.
manager, maybe give me a little
You
store. But
aspire.
when you meet me and we begin to date, you don't know exactly how much I make, exactly what I do, but you start to like me, and then you find out that I am a night shift manager,
Mm.
and I make $21 an hour, which is
Okay.
not horrible. It's like 40,000 a year.
Okay.
But you make $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
Are you okay with just I might be able to take care of a light bill, take care of this, that, and the third? I mean, is that not okay?
No. No, it's not.
Really? Why not?
But okay, so I'm going to speak for me.
Okay.
I can't necessarily speak for all black women, and I can't even speak for all women. But I will say that for me and my goals, my life goals, my financial goals, what I aspire to have in life, what I consider as a comfortable life, because everybody's level of comfort is different, right?
Right.
Everybody's definition of wealth is different. But for what I want, no. Because if I'm making 250, I'm only going to continue to expound upon that. I mean, I'm going up there. And if you're at 49, I'm not saying that you can't get there, but we would have to have some serious conversations. I wouldn't sit here and tell you no right off, but
Right.
I would have to hear about what your goals are. What are your thought processes? Like, are you cool with just saying at 49,000? And if you're cool with just staying at 49,000, that's great. That's good for you, but that's not for me because I have I have goals that are far beyond even what I'm making. So I would want you to either make the same amount that I'm making or make more, but that's my choice. I do have a question though. Why do you ask women? I'm not even going to sit here and specify black women, but they do ask black women to do
Right.
this a lot. I will say that. But why do you ask women to settle but not men to settle?
I mean, that's a question I could imagine. So, you know what I'm saying? Like if okay, when you ask a man to settle, you're normally asking him to settle on a couple of things. He has a certain look that he has in his head that he wants. He has a certain look that he has in his head that he wants to go to. Whether I want a woman that got a fat ass, she got all the titties, or you know what I'm saying, like she just got childbearing hips, like she's ready to rock and roll the whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're asked to maybe settle on our standards, or I want a woman that doesn't already have a kid, or I want a woman that is not exactly 100% about money. So should I settle on some of those things? I guess we are asked to settle, but maybe have men been asked to settle
When
for
are
a millennium? I feel like
When are
men
you-
have been asked to settle for a very long time.
No,
right?
you
If they can't
haven't.
find exactly what they want.
No, you haven't.
just
You
saying.
have not. You have not been asked to settle. Men have not been asked to settle, especially men that make 6 figures or more. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest. Let's talk about the demographic that he's really talking about.
Okay.
Okay. He's talking about women who make 6 figures or more, and he's talking. And if you flip it, you're going to talk about men that make 6 figures or more. So therefore, in that demographic, in that realm, it's a whole different mindset. It's a whole different thought process. You're already at a level of success that the average American, the average person does not see in a lifetime, let alone is able to achieve, okay? Whether that's right or wrong, that's a whole different topic, a whole different discussion. But with that mindset, men don't feel in 6 and 7 figure households, they don't feel that they have to settle. They don't feel that they need to settle. They make their requests. They state that this is what I want. I don't want, and a lot of them don't want women who make more than them.
Why, it's emasculated?
Yeah, let's just be there. They don't want women that make more than them, you know? And then they also have beauty standards that the average woman cannot keep up with, right? They have standards for how many kids they expect you to have. And then after you have kids, they expect you to go back to these same beauty standards. Now, they may not divorce you because, hello, cheaper to keep her sometimes, right?
Exactly. Okay.
But,
Right.
right, they're still going to get their standards somewhere.
Right.
So they're going to go and seek out what else, they can do. And this is not to bash men at all. I know, like, last week, I was sitting here getting on old girl's old girl's
Brick
case
face.
with the brick.
Brick
yeah,
face.
brick
Yeah,
lady.
Yeah.
And this week, I'm going to sit here and talk about y'all men on this situation. That's just this, like, again, I'm all about equal. But this is just the real. Y'all make these ridiculous standards. Women are going and getting under the knife to meet these standards, to, you know, to become whatever y'all define as a 10. You know, they're killing themselves to keep these standards that you're wanting just so that they can fit within your molds. But when a woman asks for you to fit within her mold and fit within her standard, it may not be physical, but maybe it's financial. It's still the same, but we're told we have to settle. That's not fair. I worked hard to get to where I am at, and I need to just settle for somebody who thinks it's cool to just stay at mediocre?
Well, how about this? He went on to say that as long as he's securing himself, to know that, yep, she makes more money. She makes most of the money. All I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to carry the mortgage and all the other stuff, that is fine. Do you not agree with, like, me just being able to take care of the, you know what I'm saying, take care of the light bill? You know what I'm saying? Just take care of the, why is that? So I think that there's a thing between having standards and preferences and then deviating from those, right? So, like, I don't know if I ever had, like, strict standards and preferences, but I would, in theory, you could fit me in this mode on the opposite end of the totem pole. I'm a six-figure man and high-value man. And, like, did I have standards in my 20s that made a lot of sense? Probably. They probably were nonsensical.
You had plenty of standards.
I don't know
sir.
about all that.
You absolutely
I'm just
had
saying,
plenty
I don't
of
know.
standards.
I don't know if I had tons of
absolutely
them.
had
Okay.
plenty of standards.
I don't know about
Come on
You
now,
did.
dawg.
You had plenty of standards
Come
before
on,
me.
man.
Okay? You did. You did some things. Now, you know you did. And you dated certain type of women that were not me.
Okay, true. This is true.
Just being honest, they were less outspoken. They were less opinionated. They were more yes, ma'am, or yes, sir, no, sir, how you want it. Let me go get it. Is that what you want? Oh, my liege, you're so amazing. Like, that is the woman that you dated. She had no substance. She didn't. I'm just being honest. And, you know, if one of your little exes is sitting here listening to the live stream, you know what I'm saying?
You
at
out
me,
there watching
okay?
X?
But it's just, that is, and we had a little bit of, you know, back and forth at the beginning, especially right around the time we got engaged. We had
Right.
we had a little situation where we had to have a come to Jesus meeting, and you understood who you were with.
I guess that his overall point is prioritize love. I don't know if I agree with that. I do have some standards that I'm just not 100% ready to deviate from. Like, one of my standards is that your wife should be more agreeable than you are. Like, it's so, as the man in a relationship, you should be pretty damn disagreeable sometimes, right? You know, hey, babe, I want you to go to the mall with me. I really want you to just kind of let's just go to the mall. Let's just enjoy ourselves. Sometimes as a man, you got to be disagreeable. No, I ain't going to no goddamn mall. I don't have a reason to go. Sometimes it's important to be able to say, no, I'm not gonna be able to do that. It's not going to happen, because I'm telling you, there are plenty of men who decide they're going to end up doing that. They end up looking like this. You ever been on this page before?
No, who
Miserable
is that?
man.
Oh my gosh.
Where they are literally just wishing that they themselves did not have to experience. Look at these dudes. Some of these dudes are just really, really sad. These are men who are not disagreeable. You gotta be disagreeable. You're gonna end up looking like this.
What are you talking about? Why you can't just
You're gonna end up
come-
stuck at the mall looking like this.
What is wrong with coming to the mall with me real quick?
Okay, so I could just be sitting here. No, you gotta. For me, opinion, I am not about to be sitting in Valentino, all that shit, just sitting here waiting around.
Yes,
Come on
why
now.
not?
Sometimes I think as a man, it is more important to be a little bit more disagreeable. The woman should be more agreeable than you. Okay, that's just my opinion.
If you asked me to come to a knife convention with you,
Okay,
I would go.
great, because you're more agreeable than I am.
Wow.
But as the man, you know, so look at this dude. He is whole way taking a goddamn nap at the
He's
mall.
relaxing. At least he's getting some sleep.
I don't know about that, man. I'm just
Okay.
saying, like, he got the whole old man fit on with
I
the
mean,
charger and everything.
He
Listen,
do. He got a little cargo shorts on, which, you know.
like, he just literally sitting here with the goddamn bag. I'm just
He's waiting.
literally.
He's patiently
So
waiting.
for me, I say that my woman needs to be more agreeable than I don't know why young black men think, or just young men in general think, oh, that's cute. She's real feisty. she's real feisty. You know, I asked her to do something and she pop off at the mouth. You know, every goddamn thing you try to do, y'all gonna go from everything from deciding on who should be your light bill carrier all the way to what city you live in.
Now you're making it sound like I'm super submissive, sir.
No.
And I don't ever sit there and say anything. I'm just
Come
agreeable.
on, I mean, Boosie, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying
bro,
now.
come
She
on
about
now,
to flip the
dog.
goddamn script on me. I'm just
Come
saying.
on.
I'm just trying to make
man.
sure. I'm trying to understand. I'm
Mm.
trying to make sure that I'm hearing you correctly.
You are more agreeable than I am. I will say that. That is why Danny Lene and Marine X are bonded as one. Do you hear what I'm saying? It just makes a lot of goddamn sense, man.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Y'all gonna end up looking like these miserable men.
They don't look miserable to me.
For listening, y'all want a spoof account to follow, man. Follow goddamn miserable_man
And he looked a little
on
sad.
Instagram. It just come on now, like this. These are
he's
disagreeable.
outside. You
These
know,
are
it might
men
be
that are
cold.
more agreeable than their freaking spouses. These are 100%. Man, this dude is over here whole way taking a whole. Look at this dude.
He's
Look at
angry.
him. That is me. You hear me? I'm just saying. No. Is that Kanye eating a bucket of chicken? Or she? Oh my God, John Cena too? Come on now, dog. No.
There's nothing wrong with coming in every once in a while.
Listen, I hope, guys, that you are, you know what I'm saying, your woman is more agreeable than you. Don't, in my opinion, just don't be as, don't be as agreeable as you think it. Because I just don't, in the long run, I just don't think it'll work for you. You're going to be too much of a pushover.
You really think that I'm more agreeable than you are?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In that grand scheme of things, right? I think that you are more agreeable than I am. What that means to be more agreeable is that as two people come together, they talk through things, they come together, they present their ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But the person who is less agreeable is usually the person that the bigger decision, sometimes he, or in some relationships, she, because she's with somebody who's more agreeable, makes the final decision on some big things that can be life-altering, changing things.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I'm just saying
I
sometimes.
don't think that I'm more agreeable than you, sir.
I'm not talking about like every day, like, hey, let's go to Bennigan's.
No.
Let's go to Sizzler.
So we're talking about food.
Let's go to Ponderosa. You ever heard of these places?
Yes, I've heard of all these places. Now,
You too young for hear all these goddamn places. I'm just saying.
I am only a few years younger than you, sir. We're not gonna sit here and say and make it seem like I am more agreeable than you.
Okay.
Okay? Because quite a few times you come back and you ask me, hey, what about this? Hey, what about that? Hey, what do you think? Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. I have this idea. And I'm like, no, why don't you do this? You say, you know, I didn't even think about that. That's a good idea. You say that more often than not. So who's more agreeable than who?
I ain't sitting on no goddamn mall, I'll tell you that.
Okay. You
Just
might
sitting
not
there
go to no
rotting
mall.
away.
You might not go to no mall, but I guarantee you are more agreeable than I am, sir.
I am not about to just be sitting there rotting away. I can tell you freaking that.
No, you
Speaking
won't
of
do
rotting
that.
away,
Mhm.
speaking of rotting away, the iPhone 15 is
Oh, here we
fucking
go.
trash. You hear me?
Hey, bro, come
Are you
on
upgrading
now,
to this?
dog.
This is
Come
this is your
on,
everyday.
man.
This is a part of your everyday carry, right? Your knife,
It
your
is.
wallet, all that crap.
It is.
Is
I
this
love
something
my
that you're thinking
iPhone.
about upgrading to, or
I am thinking about it
why?
because it's
The colors are trash. Your color's so fucking fire.
it's your opinion.
Okay, so what? Let me see. Do they got these fucking trash? Look, iPhone 15's boring colors branded 50 Shades of Gray by Apple fans.
I mean,
The regular iPhones have these saturated colors. The Pros have these those are the regular iPhones, right?
hmm.
Pink, yellow, green, blue, black. But you don't
Okay.
never get the regular. Now they do have the iPhone Plus. Have you heard about that one?
I haven't heard that one yet.
So the iPhone 15 Plus is the exact same size as the Pro Max without all the extra features. Not without the triple cameras, without the extra fast screen.
Oh well, I don't want that.
It's just a 60 hertz screen, all that good stuff, right? So those are the new colors right there for the iPhone
Ooh.
15 Pro Max.
But they took it back to the classics.
So you would get, so they have space black, they have white, they have blue, and then they have this color that's called natural, which I think is just the color of the titanium.
I probably wouldn't get the natural, but I like, I don't mind black, and I like white. I got a white car, and before the last few years, blue has always been my favorite color.
Yeah.
Now it's green.
I just feel like the iPhone is hitting people over the head. For the base phone, They charge you $800. It's a basic screen, 60 hertz. It don't have fast charging. It does like they're just getting that iPhone nomenclature.
You know what? You're just biased.
No, bias.
You are biased
Oh,
because
I have an iPhone. It's sitting
oh
over
my
there
gosh.
charging.
Here we go. You have an iPhone that you don't even use. That's not your preferred phone. That's not your regular phone that you use every day. You have several phones. The phone that you have permanently attached to your hand all the time, even when the kids are running around screaming crazy. And I'm looking at you like, you don't see this?
No, I don't see them.
No,
Fuck
you're
them
looking
kids.
inside of your Google Pixel.
Okay.
That's what you're looking at. Your Android, constantly. You have it always playing, running in the background with your little, one of your 15 sets of headphones.
True.
You are biased. You're always going to find fault within iPhone no matter what.
Are y'all upgrading to this trash ass phone? I think Danny Lenae's thinking about upgrading to it. If you really would give up your emerald color, that saucy ass green color, you would give that up
Yeah,
for one of these.
You never know.
So the decisions that you got to make when you're thinking about upgrading components of your everyday carry is like, are you willing to give some shit up? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But the only thing you're really getting out of this is the USB-C port,
Mm-hmm.
which is not, you don't have to run around looking for a lightning cable no more. They've changed it to the same port as every other phone.
Oh, well then, yeah, I would do that.
And they put a new telescoping camera on there, but that's really like it. That's really it. I don't know, man. For me personally, I don't see myself jumping into some shit like that. Let's go on to the Battalion Bullhorn. I want to see what some people are thinking about.
Let's see.
Tyler Perry. Some people are they upgrading to this iPhone stuff. Me personally, I don't know if I could make that happen. Ironside says he has not been sick in 5 years. Got that beast mode of an immune system. What?
I need that.
Ironside.
Look.
Ironside. Do you got a woman or a dude? I don't know, whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? Can you spread that to your mate? Like if you never get sick, you know what I'm saying? We have a little coitus. You know what I'm saying? Can you spread that? You don't get sick very often.
No, but I've also been pregnant for the last 3 years. So I've had like extra situations
I'm just saying.
going on that's like super babies.
I mean, sometimes it be like that, man.
Super babies.
Did we lose the F-35 next gen fighter for a hot minute today, or was it a Twitter tripping? Apparently, the military, I don't know if it was the Army, Marine Corps, I don't know who, has been asking the public. I don't know if it's a Twitter rumor or a real thing. They've been asking the public to help them find a F-35 fighter jet. They said an F-35 fighter jet has been lost off the East Coast somewhere. I don't know if that's a true thing. I'm not sure if it's a real thing. So this is the story here. It says a missing F-35 fighter jet highlights the tragedy of military spending.
Oh, wow.
We call this, it's like the supersonic Lockheed Martin F-35. These things, I think, cost $8 billion a jet.
Okay.
I'm throwing out a fucking number. I don't know if I'm right. They cost a lot of fucking money.
Oh, okay. You just going to throw a number out there?
They cost a lot of fucking money. You hear me? Lockheed Martin has freaking put their dick on the table. They're building it. Boeing's building the new Air Force One. All these big defense contractors they got all this stuff making it happen. Apparently, one of these things is missing. Like, what do you think about us spending all this money in the military and we can just lose one of these jets off the east coast of the country?
I need to understand why you're losing something like this. That's what I want to know.
Okay.
You know, I don't think you can lose. I honestly don't think you're really losing anything like that.
I mean, we lost an entire flight, that Malaysian flight that had over 200 passengers 7 years ago.
Again, you know, there's always conspiracy theorists going
Okay.
on with that situation. There's quite a few flights that have been lost over the years. Like, we just can't find them. They just disappeared off the face of this earth. We don't know where they are. You know, you're not losing a whole plane of people.
Yeah, but I don't know. If we did lose this shit, then we are some freaking crazy people, man. I'm just saying.
Hey, bro, come on.
A whole
now,
goddamn
dog.
jet, as much as these things cost.
Come on.
No, I don't know, man. That pilot may have took that shit, man. That shit might be he got that shit on literally listed on Craigslist right goddamn now. You know what I'm saying? I would happily let her leave me. I don't want a person like that. I drive her to a new boyfriend's house with pleasure. Absolutely. Wow.
Okay. Well,
Jeff says I gotta have boundaries when it comes to Tyler Perry. And then Chef says, Rocky says, exactly my wife and I, sir, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. So that's y'all's dynamic, Rocky. So you're saying that she is the breadwinner. She's a six-figure woman. And well, he's a line chef. So he's not working at Walmart, but
yeah.
that they have that dynamic, right?
Okay.
Rob Knight says, if she works hard and earns greatness, she deserves greatness. So he's summing it up like if she works hard, she should be able to. Is it that simple? Because
think
if
it's
a
just
man works hard, he deserves greatness.
I think it's just simple that if somebody has a preference on who they want to date, how they want to date them, what they want them to have, let them have it.
Right.
Who are you to tell them that they can't have that or they shouldn't have that or that's the wrong thing? They need to look at this and they need to look at that. If it doesn't work out for them in the long run, they will figure it out. They will learn that and they will adjust. Okay? Let people figure it out without having to throw your opinion in there and tell them that, oh, your opinion is wrong. Opinions are assholes. Everybody has them. That doesn't mean your asshole is
Everybody
wrong.
ain't got no asshole. I've heard the saying before,
There
but
are some
there
people that don't have any assholes, and it's a little
quadriplegics.
weird.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a little weird. I'm not
I
gonna
get the
say.
saying,
I'm
though.
not discriminating. I'm just saying it's a little weird. But at the end of the day, if that's what somebody's standards are
Right.
and that's what they want, let them have it. It doesn't affect you. That means that person's not for you.
Right.
Keep it moving. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. You don't have to hate me because you don't agree with my decision. You know, oh, bitch, fuck you then. Oh, okay, well, fuck you too. I still wouldn't, it's not happening.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Okay.
all I have to say about that. Like, I just can't stand it when people sit here and have an opinion about somebody else's opinion. It's my opinion.
Next time you come on the podcast, please tell us what you really think, okay?
just saying.
I'm just saying. VK Joker says, you can't argue opinion. Men have settled since the beginning of time. But again, that is his or her opinion. He said the men has been settling since caveman, since they was getting they little satchel
That's his opinion.
and going out there and killing that bison.
Okay, and that's his opinion. I'm not going to get mad at him for having that opinion.
Right.
I don't agree with the opinion, but again, he can have it.
Okay.
That's from his experience, from his knowledge, from his understanding. Men have been settling for years. My experience says something different. So
Nothing wrong with that.
therefore my opinion is different.
Yeah, Dwayne says, I used to go to the mall like that with my daughter, not the old lady though. So Dwayne is saying that he's agreeable when it comes to his daughter. I think that, I don't know, would one of the girls drag
You
me to
are
the mall,
absolutely
have me looking like the miserable
Oh
man?
my gosh, you have all three of the girls wrapped.
So I got them
God.
wrapped, or they got me wrapped.
They got you wrapped.
I don't know about that.
Please.
Nah, I'm just saying.
Please, especially the smallest one, the little one, the last one.
Okay.
Especially her. Definitely.
Paul says Samsung is the best, and the real Chris Brown says Android for life. They both got
Okay.
some good heads on their shoulders, man.
You
I'm
know
just.
what?
Did you hear that clap?
We can always be wrong every now and then.
No, I'm just saying.
We're always wrong every now and then.
Dwayne says, I'm getting the trash ass 15 Pro. Listen, I have the 13 Pro. It's a gray size. It's not too goddamn big. Yeah, I know you like that big Pro Max, that Plus and the Pro Max because of the bigger screen real estate, but isn't it hard to hold?
No.
I don't know, man. Them hoes be
I
looking
have
like.
little hands, but I can hold some stuff.
Okay,
Well,
okay,
come
I hear
on
that.
now,
I'm just
dog.
saying. I've heard it.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Mike and Ike's EDC, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Level up and get on the Samsung train, he says.
No.
I can't get a Samsung anymore. I like organic Android. That's why I have a Google phone. I like just the way that they want us to have it, right?
I don't know what that is. I'm okay.
I'm just saying. Tanner says, hell yeah, brother. Always tuned on the live stream. Coal miner here. If you remember, y'all remember that, man. We talked about, do y'all still use canaries? You said no, absolutely not. I don't know why. I just think people that work in coal mines just use canaries because canaries can always find the sunlight. So they keep a canary in the coal mine so that it can find the sunlight if they ever get trapped. I don't know. Maybe I've heard that rumor somewhere. Have you heard that saying before?
No.
There's a canary in the coal mine. Hey, guys, so story time for the last thing I want to talk about for these topics. So listen, I had this thing that happened at work. I want to know, like, did you ever experience some shit like this when it came to, like, work situations?
Ooh, it's story time.
So, like, okay, listen. You know, I work in the field of auditing, okay? So big picture, I audit folks to make sure that they're doing shit correctly. And so we work in teams of normally 2 to 4 folks, and we're all peers, but whoever's the leader of that audit is what we call the team lead. And so the team lead on this specific project, name not be said, she has kind of not really been on top of her shit. She's not doing things per the guidance, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't really came at her throat about it. I just kind of wondered, like, we don't do shit like that. You know, I work out of the Dallas office. She works out of the Atlanta office, and y'all probably can relate to coworkers who are not really on their shit. But for some reason, she came at my throat. She started nitpicking the number of hours she thought I was working. She started nitpicking how far along in the audit I should be. So I got real aggressive with her.
Yeah.
On the
Okay.
phone, I told her I'm not a robot. She basically needs to stay in her place. Via
Okay.
email, I basically got on her and said, you're not even doing your shit correctly. And then when we got on another call, I came at her throat again. Do you think that it's an issue with men in the workplace, especially if it's a peer-to-peer level,
Mm-hmm.
coming at the jugular of their female peer? Because I come at your goddamn jugular. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Was I too aggressive? You know
you're
about
a
the
little
situation.
aggressive. I mean, yes. I mean, I told you earlier when you were telling me about it. As a man, you're a little, I know your approach. Like, I've had arguments with you,
Right?
and I don't like your arguments. I don't
Okay.
like your approach. I don't like how you are, because arguing with you is not even arguing. All you do is you dig your toes into that sand, and I mean deep into that sand. You will let somebody say their entire point, and then you will come back and say the exact same sentence you said at the very beginning before I even said my point, as if you didn't even just hear me. You will just continuously keep repeating that same sentence over and over and over again. So it's not even an argument. It's not even a discussion. It's nothing. You turn into this brick wall.
So you think that men generally are too aggressive in the workplace?
I don't think y'all are too aggressive in the workplace. I think when you get your feathers ruffled a
Yeah.
little bit
Yeah.
because a woman told you something,
Right.
then yes, sometimes I think, y'all, hold on, let me.
Do you think that's at all levels, or because we're all high earners? Do you think that because where we are, she feels like she needs to assert herself more, or like why the fuck do you think she came at me like that? Because I told her I'm not a robot, like it, because it kind of came from nowhere.
So the thing is that, and women, we have to. I will say this about women: when we get in certain levels of position, certain levels, especially certain levels of management. Once we get up to certain levels of management, we feel like if we had a dick, we would have to put it on the table. Essentially,
Okay, very well.
I mean, that's how it is, because to be a woman who is, trying to reach new heights and trying to go higher into the workforce and have growth, you have to be aggressive. You have to be a bit intimidating. So sometimes we don't know when to dial that back, because we want to show, no, we are formidable. We do know what we're talking about. And, I didn't get this position for anything, because a lot of times, we are misconstrued for sleeping to get our position. So sometimes we take it a little too far, especially when we're talking to other women. But typically when we're talking to a man, we're a little bit more agreeable. What she was doing, I think she was just old. I'm just going to say it. I think she was just hitting it with the old lady shade.
What?
I do. I think her problem,
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I think she up there in her age.
Right.
And she feels that she knows everything. And you know what they say about old folks, you can't teach old folks nothing. Okay? They can't change. And I think that's why she came at you like, oh, this little boy don't know what he's talking about. Let me school him. Let me teach him. And I think that's why she talked to you the way that she did. And then when you came back at her with the I'm not a robot and all of that sort of thing, she took offense to it, of course. And so she just continued. And then once you hit her back with the email that you sent, I think she got intimidated, right?
So you think that generally, specifically my situation, maybe I was a little intimidating or whatever the case may be, which to be honest with you, I quite frankly don't give a fuck, right?
I don't think you were
Hey, bro,
intimidating
come
on
inside
now,
of your
dog.
email.
Right?
Come on,
When you hopped on
man.
that phone with her,
Uh-huh.
I think you were a little aggressive.
I mean,
I'm
but-
not saying that you were wrong, but I think you were a little aggressive for her taste.
So I got a few more days to work with her.
Ooh, okay.
My intent is to continue to go with her goddamn jugular.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think that generally men in the workplace come at women's jugular for no reason or too often? It like, I don't know, I've been working at this place for years, and how many times have you heard me with this type of story?
I mean, I've never heard you with this type of story. I mean,
Right.
well, I mean, you don't really get into it with
Yeah.
some of the women there. You kind of just, well, such and such is just doing her thing again. And that's it, right? But
Yeah.
you recognize the personality of this person, and you kind of just accept it, and you just learn to adjust, and you move on, right? In my situations, when I used to work in corporate America, I actually got along better with men. I'm just gonna keep it real. I did. I got along a lot better with men, especially when they were my superiors.
Yeah.
And that's just, it wasn't because of anything inappropriate or anything like that. It's just there was no.
You ain't have to go 20 toes, you know what I'm saying, to make it happen or no shit like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Okay.
But there was no power struggle. It was
No
just,
casting couches, none of that shit.
no casting.
Just saying, okay. But no power struggle, okay.
But there was no power struggle.
Yeah.
Because I understood where I stood and he understood where he stood, and we just it just was that. It was just an understanding. I know that you're my manager. I know that you have a higher position than me. You don't have to put your dick out on the table to show me that you have a higher position than me. I know that. Okay? And I'm not going to challenge your position. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to challenge your thinking, but I'm not going to challenge your position. Women, on the other hand, when I have had a female manager, oh yeah, she's always had to sit there and, push her authority upon me, or and there would be times that I would actually be correct, and she would still push back. A lot of times, she didn't like what I wore. She didn't like the way I spoke. Oh, you're not bubbly. You don't have this bubbly personality. Girl, bye.
So, I don't know. I think that I'm going to probably end up, I guess I would try to be a little bit more kitten gloves like, maybe not fully kitten gloves, but I'm not the biggest fan of that type of asserting and feeling like you need to assert yourself and all that type. I'm not a big fan of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I will think about that in the future because I gotta keep working with her.
Yeah.
I got at least 4 more days plus after work and all the other type of shit, and plus no telling what type of work we might have to do in the future. If I need an assist or something like that, she don't want to be my assist. I can tell you that much right now. But I get it. I get the power dynamic and all that type of stuff. It's just sometimes it's just hard because I'm like naturally aggressive, and it doesn't matter who you are. You can got a goddamn third leg, or you can be split in the middle.
I think just with the times, especially with, the whole situation with like the Me Too thing, and, everybody's paying extra attention to situations with men versus, versus women, and how women are being treated from men. I think you do have to kind of, tailor your talk a little bit, even though your email and people know you and all of that other stuff. Unfortunately, there are situations where women have taken advantage and have made it seem like it's something when it's not, or have blown it out of proportion. So I do think, just, hey, CYA, everything that you want to say. And
she didn't want to talk to me one-on-one. She did not want to talk to me one-on-one unless somebody else was on the phone or it was recorded.
Which she's using words like,
I don't feel comfortable.
Which is her, and
I booed right though.
Stating that she's intimidated.
I booed those right through that.
Yeah, and you got to be careful with that.
Okay.
You got to be careful with that.
I could understand that, guys. I guess I will continue the situation. I probably am not going to back down. In the future, if she want to record some shit or something like that, that's A-okay with me. I am not goddamn butt hurt over the situation and stuff like that. It's just something that you gotta kind of take it into account. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but there is organically in the workplace kind of like more men are in charge in the workplace, and so I get it thinking about that type of shit. And so, but she and I are peers. So here's some interesting stuff. There's some stuff coming up in the world of babe caves and EDC that I think are kind of interesting. This thing is called the Bar Sis 360. You ever heard this thing before?
No, it looks nice.
They're thinking about sending me one.
What
I don't know if
that?
you know what I'm saying. So let me play a little video. Basically, you put in the liquor, you type in the app the drink that you want, and it kind of just mixes the stuff up for you. You put in the drink ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
It throws it together, and just like that, it's mixing together the drink for you.
That.
So you don't need to know how to make a specific drink.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't think that should be for you. I think that should be for me.
Okay, I mean, but $475. Could you imagine this in the babe cave or a man cave? You guys out there, this is So basically, you hook your phone up to it. You put the liquor and the mixers inside of it. You push a button. You put the ice in, and it makes the drink for you. How goddamn lazy are people getting
That is not being
in their man caves and babe caves?
That's not being lazy.
So-
You want the correct consistency of a drink. And a person sitting there doing the drink, sometimes you're not always going to have the correct consistency. Your drink is not always going to be the exact same every single time.
Would y'all get this? Because it says pour ingredients into the bar 360, connect the app via Bluetooth, input the spirits and mixers, choose your curated drinks, customize your own, enjoy the perfect cocktail for goddamn $475. I just don't.
Hey, bro, come
It
on
look
now,
nice.
dog.
That's all it
Would
does.
you use
It's
that,
just
though?
plain-
It looks pretty and makes drinks.
Oh.
I mean,
It looks
you know
like
what I'm
it would
saying? I
be a
know a goddamn.
speaker.
We can find a broad to do some shit like that. Look pretty and make drinks.
We could. It looks like it would be a speaker too. That would have been cool if it was a speaker, had a little light show and everything.
If it had a speaker, I think it would take it over the top.
Yeah.
I think it would take it over the top. I don't know, man. It's just, I think that it's something that's interesting, but I don't know if it's something that's exactly for me. I mean, if they want to send it out for us and we could test it out.
I mean, it's like my own bartender in the house.
You would put that in the babe cave.
Yeah.
You put that in the babe.
So
that's a pen-
according to you, you're saying that, it's being lazy. I am a little bit lazy. You know, I like when stuff is pre-made for me.
So like if you had that, would you be more prone to have a cocktail?
I would.
Because it's
I would,
already ready
because
to
I would
rock.
press a button. I'd be like, oh, okay, we'll
get
just
the
go
little
ahead
ice.
and go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so it might be something that's worth it.
Right.
Okay. I mean, it's something to think about, man. Normally I find a new EDC item that's coming up, and I thought this is a nice man cave item that's on the horizon, but it makes sense. Guys, let's talk about your absolutely must do maintenance of the week, guys. Must do maintenance of the week. We are running into the winter months. It is absolutely time to do maintenance to your warming layers, your cold weather gear, beanies, hoodies. Do they still fit? Do your boots still fit?
No.
Do you open that stuff up, dust them off, get them ready to rock and roll? Like, where are we at with our cold weather gear? Are we ready to do maintenance for us and all the kids? Do we have the extra layers in our cars and shit like that? Where are we at with the maintenance for our cold weather gear?
We need all new shit. So are you
need all
coming
new
with
shit.
me to the mall?
Okay. No, we're not going to be going to that. I just had to digest that for a second. I'll do the maintenance for the shit we already got.
We don't have nothing.
Hunting gear, hoodies, beanies,
We don't have nothing.
wool socks, everything, right?
Nothing.
Everything.
We don't have
And
nothing.
all that good stuff.
Everybody has grown.
Okay.
Okay.
I got you.
All right.
I got you. Yeah, so for us, I just think that, guys, listen, whatever you guys have in regards to your cold weather gear, time to pull it out, see if the shit still fits. Did you gain a couple of pounds? Is it pleasantly pumped? I'm just saying. Is it
Bro, what are you
fitting
talking about,
correctly?
man?
Like, really time to just take a step back, do some maintenance on your gear, change out the stuff that's in your bags. That's your must-do maintenance for the week. I really want you guys to kind of just be prepared. Paul says, I am England. We do that shit all the time. It's like a year-around thing for the folks out there. Okay, I see. Yeah, I can see that.
I can see
You
that.
were out there, right?
I was
Did
out
y'all
there.
need that shit?
Oh my gosh. It was like cold in the morning, and then in the afternoon it was hot.
Yeah.
And then it just rained out of nowhere. So you always had to make sure you had your umbrella with you.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have your umbrella, you know for a fact it's gonna rain.
Wow. Once again, thank y'all for stopping by for another Mantuary podcast. Do you have any parting words before we kick the door and bounce ourselves up out of here?
Again, opinions are like assholes.
Everybody got one.
Everybody got one.
Time for us to get up out of here. I'm just saying, I appreciate y'all. Hopefully, y'all have a good day. The Mantuary podcast, if you are a channel member, this will be ready for you to view in live and live in color. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.
Bye.